Hello there guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping alright, had a good weekend. My oh my, have Tottenham Hotspur had a busy Monday morning. In case you've missed the news, the club parted company, they sacked manager Nuno Espírito Santo after just 10 Premier League games, 4 months in charge, 17 games overall as their manager this morning. Now, in case you've missed the news, obviously the news broke this morning. The decision was taken last night by Paratici and Levy to sack the manager after Saturday's 3-0 defeat to Manchester United, which, if you watched it, there is no surprise that he's been sacked whatsoever. The crowd was toxic. The atmosphere around the club was horrendous. Nuno must have known that this was coming. It was really, really bad on Saturday. And it leaves us, albeit in not a bad position following his sacking. We're still 8th in the table, 5 points behind the top 4, but something had to give. He was never the right person in the first place to take the job. Obviously, we spent all summer trying to appoint managers such as Mauricio Pochettino, Eric Ten Hag, Paulo Fonseca, Gennaro Gattuso, Antonio Conte, which I'll go into in a minute. So, Nuno wasn't even in the top 5 choices to take that job in the summer. It was never going to work out when, players see the 5th, 6th, 7th choice manager coming through the door. It was never going to work out well. So, Paratici and Levy took the decision to relieve him of his duties and all of his backroom staff. I'll just read a bit of the official club statement that came out this morning. I'll put it on the screen now. It says, I regret that we have had to take this decision, said Paratici. I know how much Nuno and his coaching staff wanted to succeed. Nuno is a true gentleman and will always be welcome here. We should like to thank him and his coaching staff and wish him well for the future. So, that's Paratici's goodbye to Nuno. All very run-of-the-mill, normal textbook stuff in regards to a club communication about a sacking. But the interesting bit now is who replaces him. Obviously, they've done this very, very early in the season, Spurs. They knew, obviously, that the appointment wasn't going to work out. They could have given him more games, but I think that, after the Palace game, the Chelsea game, the Man United game, the Arsenal game, we were comprehensively beaten in all of them games, and it was time for a change because the players had obviously down tools. I think that Emil Højbjerg, after the game on Saturday, said he didn't want to say too much about the situation at the moment. It was clear that the players had stopped playing for him. Nuno had lost the dressing room. Now is the time to go big on an appointment. As I say, they've gone early with the sacking this season, and there is still everything to play for, really. Like I say, with only 5 points behind the top 4, there is a lot of football still to be played this season. And personally, I think that we could still win a trophy. We could still finish top 4. Now, who comes in to replace him? Well, it looks as if it's going to be Antonio Conte, the 52-year-old Italian who's previously been at clubs such as Juventus, Chelsea, Inter Milan, taking the Italian national job as well. He is the real deal as a manager. There's talk that he's agreed an 18-month deal worth in excess of 15 million quid. He's been given significant assurances that Levy's going to give him money to strengthen in the January and summer transfer windows. It's going to be one hell of an appointment. Is he the right man to come in right now and do what we need? Personally, I am split with this appointment. On the one hand, if you have a look at how the senior players were treating Nuno and playing for Nuno, it was disgraceful. He will whip them into shape like there's no tomorrow. I mean, I would love to see players such as Harry Kane trying down tools for Antonio Conte. He'll absolutely murder him if he tried that. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with that. I think the man management side of things, the discipline, just that authoritarian side of him will be very much needed, because there are a lot of senior pros in this club that basically need to kick up the arse, and I think that Conte will give it to him. How long that will last, I'm not sure. Conte has obviously not spent more than, I think it's 3 years at a club. Obviously, he's guaranteed results wherever he goes. He's a very, very passionate, determined, sometimes prickly character who demands everything from everyone around him at the club, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I just don't know how he's going to get on with Daniel Levy. He's worked with Paratici before at Juventus, so the relationship there Clearly, this is being pushed, the appointment by Paratici, because he tried for him in the summer as well. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see where we go from here. 18-month deal is quite interesting. Obviously, Spurs and possibly Conte, both parties reluctant to commit to a longer-term deal. I would imagine there'll be triggers in there that, you know, the club will be able to extend a deal by a year, 2 years, you know, once 6 months have passed, to see how things go. But yeah, what an appointment that's going to be. He's one of the top 5 managers in the world. Like I say, he won Serie A. He won Serie A for Juventus, their first title in 11 years. He won the Premier League and FA Cup at Chelsea. He won 3 Serie A titles at Juventus. He's a world-class manager. So for Spurs in the Conference League, going downhill to appoint a manager of that calibre is absolutely amazing. I just don't know if he's the right man. I hope he is, because this is pretty much the last resort for Levy now. I know we said it after Pochettino, I know we said it after Mourinho, and now we're saying it again, but this really does feel like the tide is turning with the fan support for him. So let's see what happens. Antonio Conte flying to London today, apparently according to Matt Law of The Telegraph, to sign the deal. So yeah, he'll probably be unveiled Wednesday, Thursday time, I'd imagine. So let me know your thoughts. Yeah, like I say, it's been a huge morning for Tottenham. They've acted decisively. They've gone out and got Conte to replace to be honest, the doomed Nuno, who is never going to get any sort of traction at Spurs. Feel a bit sorry for him, but he's probably been paid several million quid for 17 games worth of work, so it's not all bad. So let me know what your thoughts are regarding this news today. Keep subscribed to the channel. I'll obviously break the news as and when Conte gets unveiled. And yeah, until next time, let's see what happens this week. Take care, guys. Cheers. See you later. Bye.